Hello guys, how's it going today? In this video I'm going to show you the single greatest tool for increasing the amount of reviews you get on Amazon. This tool has basically single-handedly increased my reviews an astonishing amount. It's just helped me so much in growing my products and getting them to the first page, because those reviews are so important when you're trying to increase your sales. When you've just launched that very first product, trying to get those initial reviews can be the hardest thing to do. The sales can be easy, there's so many different ways to get sales, but to actually get those verified reviews can be extremely difficult. So this tool is going to be a great one for all of you to learn in your Amazon journey, so I can't wait to share it with you. But before we actually get into the video itself, I want to say that first off, getting reviews isn't easy, and by using this tool alone, it isn't going to matter that much if you've got a bad product, if you've got a bad listing, if you haven't got many sales. You're not going to get loads of reviews if you don't have many sales, or if your product's not very good. If you've got a terrible product and you're implementing this system, it doesn't mean you're going to get great reviews for a terrible product. You still need to do the other aspects of getting great reviews to actually get them come in. So this tool is just one piece of the puzzle, but in my opinion it's a very, very big piece, and the piece is going to help that puzzle fit together a lot cleaner than it already does. Of course, before we actually get into the video itself, I hope that all of you are subscribed and turn on that little bell notification so you get notifications whenever I upload a new video, because there's tons of new content coming in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be extremely important, and especially stuff that I've just saved for the course. So you guys are really in for a treat over these next couple of weeks of the stuff I'm going to be sharing, especially on PPC advertising, launching your course, and Facebook ads. So there's going to be some very, very important videos with potentially some free ebooks to go along with those videos. So you definitely want to be subscribed and have that bell notification turned on, because these videos are going to be invaluable to your Amazon FBA journey, and it's stuff that isn't really covered as much as things like product launches and just the general other part of Amazon FBA. So definitely go ahead and do that. So I hope you guys really enjoy this video. Let's get into it. So guys, as you can see now, the tool that I've been talking about is Feedbackwhiz, and Feedbackwhiz is an email automation responder which sends an email to every single person who has purchased your product, which is extremely valuable in helping us get reviews, in giving out any ebooks we have, and especially in getting the customer to contact us if they have any problems. And I'm going to go into more in depth on every single one of these problems in a minute, but first of all I just want to go through the pricing plans of Feedbackwiz just to show you how much it costs and give you an actual coupon code that I have for every single person watching this video, which is extremely helpful. So I normally go for this basic $29.99 plan, $29.99 that is, every single month, which is around £23 if you're here in the UK. There is a starter plan for $15, which is also perfectly fine. Personally, I just normally go for this plan, which I think is the exact same as JumpSend, a tool that I previously used before Feedbackwiz, but compared to Feedbackwiz, JumpSend is extremely trivial. It's a very bad email automation responder when compared even to Feedbackwiz, and all the different things and the customizations, the inserts and everything that Feedbackwiz allows you to do, along with all the data that Feedbackwiz gives you. JumpSend is just very bad when comparing all those different aspects. So definitely Feedbackwiz is the one for me when compared to other email automation responders. And that coupon code for everyone watching this video is RGW50, all in capitals. I'll put that on the screen now, and what that code is going to do is going to give you 1 month completely free, and then your second month after that free month you're going to get 50% off. So Feedbackwiz is giving a tremendously valuable offer there, and I'm going to show you why the service itself is so good and almost extremely deserving of these prices, which to be honest is very cheap for what they offer. So this $30 plan is perfect for me, but even this $15 a month plan is actually quite amazing, and it'll probably suit most people watching this video. So either one of those I would say is perfect. For these higher plans, the only real difference is the amount of products that you can use, the amount of ASINs you can monitor, which for most people isn't really going to matter that much. You're not going to have 500 or 1,250 or 2,500 products anytime soon, I wouldn't have thought. So I wouldn't really worry about these higher plans, but any of these plans here are perfect, and we're going to go into the features they offer right now. So if we come over here, the first thing we're met with when we sign into our account on Feedbackwiz is a bunch of data that Feedbackwiz pulls from our Amazon account. So we have things such as sales, we have our feedback here, we have product reviews, sales and promotion. So it pulls a bunch of information from our Amazon accounts, and we can see the bar charts, all the statistics on this data basically to make it easier for us to see, and it's showing you all the different ways it can lay this out. We don't really need this information too much, and it's not the main almost component, the main tool of Feedbackwiz, but it can be kind of helpful. But that's not what I'm here to show you today. I'm here to show you their email automation sequences, which, as I said, is a way to send every single customer an email that's purchased your product. And the way that I normally lay these emails out are in 3 different emails. So I send an email to the customer when they first purchase the product, which is basically just to say to the customer, thanks for purchasing the product, here's your tracking information, because Everyone always loves the tracking information. They want to know when their product's going to get here. And then if you've got any ebooks or any inclusions in your product you want to send it through email, you can send them there as well and just build a rapport with the customer. The second email I send 3 days later, and the third email I send 7 days later. And both of these second and third emails are to get reviews from the customer, asking for an honest review, an unbiased review, definitely not for a positive review, which is against terms of service. We can't offer an incentivized review, which is saying, I'll give you £5 if you buy my product, I'll refund if you buy my product, I'll give you this, I'll do this. You can't do any of that for a review, but asking for an honest review, completely fine. You can give them a Lamborghini and say, can I have an honest review? That's completely fine. As long as you don't give them that Lamborghini for a positive review, then it's completely fine. Those are basically the terms of service of Amazon, but it's basically completely up to Amazon's discretion. So just be as careful as you can when you're asking for a review, and definitely just ask for an honest, clean review, no incentivizations at all. Just be as clean of it as possible. So to actually create these reviews, if we go ahead and go to campaigns and go to template manager, and when we actually get into this, I just want to go through why I send those emails 3 and 7 days after the customer has received the product. The reason for this is if you've just bought a new product and you're excited to get it, you're excited to use it, when it gets to a week, 2 weeks, or 6 months down the line, you're probably not that excited about the product. You probably forgot about it. You might not use it as much. You don't have the same buzz as you do when you first got it. So if you're asking for a review 3 days after, when the customer still got it, they're still using it, they're still getting to basically use their new product and enjoy it, they're more likely to leave a good review. But if you send one 2 weeks or 6 months down the line, they've had that product for ages. They're not going to go back to a product they bought 6 months ago and leave a review for it. It's very, very unlikely. So you want to get them when they're still in that buzz, they're still enjoying the product, still looking forward to it. You want to get them right then in that period. So that's why I send one 3 days and one 7 days after, at varying degrees of asking for a review, which I'm going to go into now. So when we come to this campaign section here and go to template manager, we can create the email we're going to send to the customer. So Feedbackwiz has been very, very generous for us here, and they've created a bunch of pre-built templates. So if you go to load pre-built template here, you've got a holiday one here, which doesn't really matter, but you've got order shipment notification, you've got order shipment notification with the total price of the product, you've got a feedback request, and there's loads of different email templates here, guys. As I said, for the first email, I decided to give their customer their shipping information, build a rapport, just make the email fun, make it interesting, give them an ebook, give them any type of value I can on the product, and just basically get them on board. So order shipment notification is perfect. You just load that template, which I'm not going to do because I've already done that, and it'll bring it into your already built templates here. So I think that email is just here at first, shipment email, which I've already created to show you guys very, very quickly how it works. So we load that up, and this is basically what you get met with it first. So we've got the template name, which is basically just what you see. It's only in your Feedbackwiz account. The customer doesn't see this. So I've got first shipment email, so I know what that email is. I can identify it very, very quickly. We then have the actual title of the email that's going to go to the customer. So what I've got for this is hi customer first name. So we can include code snippets here to input data from Amazon that Feedbackwiz is going to pull automatically, which is extremely useful when we're sending that email to make it personalized to the customer, just to make it a little more incentivizing for them to open it. So we've got, so let's say the customer's first name is Ian. We've got, hey Ian, and then it'll have the item logo, the item title is on its way. So hey Ian, your yoga mat is on its way. Perfect. What I would also include here possibly is, hey Ian, your yoga mat's on its way. Attached in this email is your shipping information. Or you could say, hey Ian, here's your shipping information for, and then put the order ID of the product. If it's the order ID, which is like a bunch of numbers, it can be a bit more intriguing, a bit more interesting for the customer, not knowing what exactly it's for. If they've recently ordered something, they probably know what it's for, but just having the actual numbers there and the order ID, it can still make it a bit more interesting for the customer to be intrigued of what the email is. So I'll probably go for, hey Ian, your tracking information for order ID is attached in this email. Everyone wants their tracking information, guys. There's very, very few people who aren't interested in getting that tracking information. You could say, hey Ian, here's your tracking information for your order ID. Put the order ID code in, plus your free ebook, and here's a free ebook, anything like that. They're most likely not going to see the very, very end bit of the email because it cuts off when most people are viewing it because they don't have a very long screen to view the entire title. But so just the main beginning bit is the most important. That's why I like to say, hey Ian, your shipment, your tracking information in the very, very first bit, so everyone definitely sees that bit before it cuts off and it goes ... which I'm sure most of you know what I mean. So once we've got that bit there, we have a load image and an email attachment. So if you've got an ebook or anything that you want to attach in your email, send it in the first one. That's what I always do. And attach that here. Sorry if you heard that phone go off then, guys. And you can attach a logo for your product. So I'll put that on silent. So let's just say our logo is REW50. if we come down here where it says logo image, it inputs that in the live preview of what the customer actually sees. So this is what we edit here. This is how we create our email, and this is what the customer sees. So often, especially with JumpSend and other tools, when you're creating stuff, and especially when you're using HTML code to insert pictures, insert titles, insert logos and feedback requests and buttons and all these different things, it can be hard to know that is this button going to work, what's it going to like to the customer. But with this live email preview here, we know exactly what the customer is going to see, which is extremely useful, and it's a great feature that Feedbackwiz have included for us. So if this is our logo, if you're proud of your logo, if you really like it, if you want to build a brand, if you want to build brand awareness, and often people may trust a brand and like it a bit more if you include that logo, it's completely up to you, then just add that up here and it automatically include it up here. If you remove this, for example, it'll just take it out and it'll be blank, and then you could move your email up a bit higher and not have this blank section, but it's completely up to you. If we come down a bit further, we've got product image, it's inserted product image there, and we've got a bunch of text. So thank you for your purchase, your item title. As you can see, the item title is linked in here. It's on its way to you, and a bit more text. You can change all this, guys, and make it a bit better than that. It's obviously a bit kind of boring. For these links, guys, which are very, very important, very, very helpful, we can come to the button up here. I'll just show you guys exactly what that was. The show variables button. When you click this button, guys, you get the links for a ton of different things. You've got, for example, the customer first name, the last name, the shipping address, just a bunch of information up here, guys, and especially these product review buttons, or links, should I say, that you can include, which I'm going to go into in a sec. But if we just come down this email with it, this is what I really want to show you, and why Feedbackwiz is so amazing and how personalized their emails can get. So you can see this first link here. It has the link shipment tracking. So the customer clicks that link, it takes them to tracking information. Perfect, that's what they want. But the next one, they have this contact seller. And before, this contact seller looked exactly the same as the track your shipment button, where it was just contact seller underlined in blue, very, very boring. But if we come over to the button factory, we can change whatever it says in that button. So for example, if I put in here shipping information, okay, and enter that, we've got a button here personalized to us. So we can actually change the font, we can change the size. What I've done over here is I've gone to the color, selected orange there, I've put a border on, a shadow, and just made this button basically as interesting as I can. We go ahead and copy that and come back over to our template. We can insert that in the template itself, guys, and it just makes that entire button look a lot better. So all I've got to do here is paste that in, add in our thing again, our bracket, and then we've got shipping information in a beautiful new button, which is a hell of a lot better than just that link before, and it's much more incentivizing for the customer to click on. So the shipping information is what they clicked on the email for, but this contact seller button is absolutely crucial, guys, and it's basically going to be worth thousands of pounds to you in that button alone, and I'm going to explain to you why. If you don't have the contact seller button, say for example, the customer gets the product, you're not sending your next email to the customer then for another 3 days. So if your product is this pen, they get the pen, they think this pen's leaked everywhere, it's a load of shit, I hate it, I'm going to give it a negative review. The first thing they're going to do is go onto Amazon, leave a negative review. There's nothing you can do about that. But if you've already sent them an email and said, below your tracking information, if and when your item arrives you have any issues, please contact us, we'll make it right for you, and you have the contact seller button in there, you've already given the customer a way to contact you and a second option. So instead of going straight to negative review, maybe some people will, but some people will contact you first, in which case you can give them a full refund, send them a replacement product, and do everything in your power and build that personal one-to-one relationship through that emails, and try and avoid the customer leaving that negative review, which is so valuable. And getting a negative review can really kill your ratings if you don't have many reviews already, guys. So just putting that contact seller button in there straight away is literally going to save you thousands of pounds by sales you could have lost by having negative reviews. So extremely important to have this button in there at the start. What can we do apart from this, guys, to make this email even better is we can come across to Giphy and just put in a GIF, make it a bit more, make it a bit more interesting. So I don't know what you would put in this beginning email. Say, for example, you wanted to make it a bit interesting, you wanted to just make it a bit less, pushy or lighthearted, or just make it a bit funny even. Anything like that is just great to get the customer a bit more engaged. So if I just go ahead and even put hello in there, and we attach this into our email, it's not the first thing the customer sees. This is going to be a lot more engaging. It's not going to seem as salesy or as boring as normal emails are. So just anything like this, guys, would just be quite interesting. If I ordered a product and someone sent one of these GIFs, just a little tiny thing in the corner of the email, it's just a bit interesting. You don't normally see that. It's going to take the customer by surprise, and it's going to make them more likely to reply to that email and actually get in contact with you. And once you've got a personal relationship with the customer, guys, still obviously asking for an honest review, it's a lot easier to get that review. So depending on like what you're selling and things like that, you can choose any of these guys. It really depends. If you're selling a product like, I don't know, dog clothes or something that your target audience be primarily women, you might choose a different gift to if your primary audience would be men, or if they're between the ages of 20 and 40 or 30 and 50, or just depending on your product, you're probably going to know who's most likely to purchase your product. So I don't know, any of these that you would like to choose would be amazing. So most people know who this character is off The Simpsons. So if we go ahead and just copy that and we're into an order somewhere, and I don't know, just put it in somewhere random. You don't want to put it ahead of something you want the customer to do. So, for example, if I had the what's it called? I'm doing it in the wrong area. If you wanted the customer to contact you if they have any problems, you don't want to put a bunch of GIFs and a bunch of information they have to scroll past to get to that button first. So at the minute, my contact seller button is right at the very bottom, which isn't the best thing. So you might want to like lay it out a bit better, guys. But you can see how this is a bit more interesting. If you had that at the top with, I can't even remember the character's name, with him waving at you, and then had the information, it's just a bit more lighthearted, guys. So if I came in here, you can even make that a bit smaller. Maybe move it to a different part of the email, probably that's a bit too small, but you see what I mean here, guys. That's how I send my first email and make it just as interesting as possible to maximize the customer response. If they have any problem, they'll contact you first, and really build the rapport with the customer before we ask for a review. So if we go ahead and save that template and exit, we can go on to our second email to the customer, which will be our first review request. So I've already made that, guys, but if you go ahead and load a pre-built template, pre-built template even, and click the feedback review request, you'll basically get the same thing that I'm putting up now. So if I click on that, it brings up this, and I have the title here, which I think is the best converting title I've ever had. I'd really recommend every single person watching this to use it. I spent a lot of time split testing this, so it's very useful for you guys. And it reads, hi customer name, so hi Ian, regarding your order, and then it has item title. I would change this actually just quickly for order ID. So the code for that is order underscore ID. I think that should be in capitals, but either way, order underscore ID. Perfect. Because if you have something like that, guys, it's going to intrigue the customer. You don't know something could be wrong with your order. You don't know that. If, say, for example, it's Steve. Hey, Steve, regarding your order 07566, nothing. Is there something wrong with it? Is it on its way? Has there been like something wrong with the shipment? You don't know what's wrong with it. There's nothing really that self-explanatory in the email that you know what's going to be it. So you think you've ordered a product. Hey, regarding your order this, nothing. So you click on the email, what's wrong with it? Is there something wrong? Is it on its way? You don't really know. So what I've done here, guys, is I haven't really changed much. I've just added a few GIFs in and just to show you guys what you can really do. So, hi customer first name, thank you for your recent order, and I hope you received then it has the item title, and this is all pre-built in, guys. You'll get this when you download this email template. So you could change this, make it a bit more interesting. Then you've got the contact seller button, which obviously put a button in from the button factory. Haven't changed this one completely or optimized it yet. And then you can have a bit more stuff down below. So I'll just input this in a random place, guys. It's not the best place to put this because in this email I've put a review request. So if everything's good, I greatly appreciate it if you could leave some feedback for the transaction. This is all pre-built, guys. I'd put something much better than this. Make it a bit more funny, make it interesting, better for the customer. And I've put in some buttons down here, guys, which are extremely well converting. So if you had these product review requests and maybe had this GIF underneath, it's just a bit more lighthearted. It's a bit more interesting. So if we went across to Giphy again, and instead of hello up here, say you put in please, there's going to be a bunch of GIFs you could put in that are just going to relate to the customer and just make it a bit more lighthearted, make it a bit more funny, make them more likely to respond and think, that's kind of funny, this company's quite cool, I'm going to give them a review. It's much better than saying, I hope you enjoyed your order, could you please give us an honest feedback, we really appreciate it. Putting in a GIF and stuff is very useful, very helpful. So if you look over here to the actual code I've got here, guys, if you go to the show variables bit, it's very easy to pick up. Just scroll down here down to the bottom, and we've got product review request yellow stars. Copy that and paste the code in, and I've just got a leave product review button. Copy that and put it in, and then I've got a button from the button factory. Put it in here, put them next to each other, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. You've got this what I've showed you in here. So let's close that. You've got the stars. You've got the leave product review. And the reason that I've got the leaf product review and the stars is because normally a customer won't actually know that this is a button, just the stars. So by having this here, It's extremely well converting. Having that there, it's all funny, guys. I'm sure you can see what I'm doing here. If you had some better text here as well, can you see how much better converting this would be than just a leave product review button like this, and without this GIF, just a bunch of boring text, you know? Not very many customers are going to be that interesting. So we've got a killer title here, guys, that I've given to you just in this free video. We've got Giphy, we've got buttons, we've got so many things. It's going to get you reviews, and these reviews are worth thousands and thousands of pounds if you get them right over the longevity of your product for its selling on Amazon. So I hope you can see the value in this video, guys. If we go ahead and save that and exit, and then when you're ready to actually send these emails, you just go to campaigns, go to campaign manager, create a new email, and just put send to customer when you receive the product within 3 days, attach the email template, schedule, sorted. Very, very simple. One more last thing I want to show you this tool, guys, because it is so amazing, is what other ways can we use it to send emails to customers that we couldn't otherwise do as easily as with other tools if we're trying to use them, such as JumpSend. So negative reviews. If you had a negative review on your product, how can you actually sort that out? What can you do about that? So if you go down and you scroll down to the negative review section of a product, it's going to say, for example, I don't know, Ryan Williams has left a review and I have the review underneath. If that's a 1-star review, what can we do about that? We can't really ask Amazon to remove it. They're very, very unlikely to do that. So if we come over to the order section here in Feedbackwiz, we can relate that name to the order. So for example, it says buyer name here. If we scroll down, the person who's left a negative review on your product, they wouldn't have just now bought the product 6 months ago and left a review. They're likely to have bought it fairly recently, within, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks. So if we just scroll down here and find Ryan Williams, for example, if this is the person left a negative review, if we just go ahead here, select that name, go back up again, click the drop down menu, we can send that person a personalized email. So if I come back to my templates, I've made a template for people who have left me a negative review. I can find them, select their name, send them a negative review email, and just try and get that changed. So negative feedback removal request is in the pre-built templates again, guys. If I click on this and just show you what the template looks like, I haven't really changed this so much, so I don't think I've changed this bit at all, so you can obviously make this much better. Hey, customer first name, I want to apologize about your Amazon order and the order title, okay? So you can probably make that a bit better. This is all pre-built in, guys. Don't really worry about this. Make it much better. I've included a GIF here that's quite funny, I think. I'm sorry, guys, I fudged up. You can make that maybe a bit more professional if you want to. And it's building a relationship with the customer. Say, we'd love to give you a completely full refund, a new product completely for free. If you just simply reply to this email with your shipping address, obviously, guys, you already know their shipping address. You don't need them to reply to that email. But if they reply to the email, then you know you're building that personal relationship, that personal contact with them to have a conversation, give them everything they need and more, so that they maybe change that negative review to a 2 or 3 star review. So even though we don't need their shipping information, we already have that in our Amazon Seller Central. You can get that and send them a new product and refund them rather than replying. By them replying, you're getting that personal contact, guys, which is so valuable. It's a really, really top tip that I can't even really giving away for free. So I hope you can see how valuable that is, guys, in creating one of these emails. So if we go ahead and save and exit that, that's basically all I have to show you about this tool, Feedbackwiz. Obviously, I've got the discount code for you at RGW50, which is going to get you 1 free month and 50% off your second month, guys. And I hope from this video you can see how amazing, just amazing, really, this tool is. I hope you can see my enthusiasm about how many reviews and how many negative reviews this tool has saved me in such a short amount of time from changing from JumpSend. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I really appreciate it if everyone watching went down and hit the subscribe button and click the bell notification. It helps me out so much, and it's really going to help you out these next couple of weeks, bringing out some killer content, even much better than this video right now. So definitely go ahead and do that. I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.